I am 77 years old, and I need you to stop for a minute and really hear me. Not skim, not nod politely. Hear me. You do not need a boyfriend just because you are over 60 and someone told you a woman alone is somehow unfinished. That is a lie. A very expensive lie. And women my age have paid for it with sleep, money, blood pressure, dignity, and years they cannot get back. Now listen, I am not against love. I am not bitter. I am not sitting here saying every man is trouble and every relationship is a mistake. No. I am saying something more uncomfortable than that. At this age, a bad relationship costs more than it used to, and a mediocre man can do more damage to your peace than most women are willing to admit. That is the part nobody says plainly, so I will say it plainly. Peace is not loneliness. Remember that. Peace is not loneliness. If you remember nothing else I say, remember that. There are 5 hard truths I want to hand you today. And the last one is the trap that keeps good women stuck long after their spirit has started begging them to leave. I have seen it in widows. I have seen it in divorced women. I have seen it in women who spent 30 years taking care of everybody and thought finally, maybe now somebody would take care of them. Instead, they adopted another burden and called it romance. That word romance has covered up a mountain of foolishness. Number 5, a boyfriend can keep you performing instead of living. That is one of the sneakiest dangers, because at 20, performance seems normal. At 30, maybe even charming. But at 60, 70, 77, you should not still be shrinking yourself so a man can find you easy. I knew a woman named Carol in Mesa, Arizona, 71. Silver hair, beautiful posture, laugh like wind chimes. Her boyfriend loved her when she was cheerful, loved her when she dressed up, loved her when she listened. But the moment she talked about grief or aging or the fear she had at 3 a.m., when her chest felt tight and her house felt too quiet, he would say, "Don't start with the dark stuff." The dark stuff, as if her real life was an inconvenience. So what did she do? She became lighter, smaller, edited. She stopped talking about the things that mattered, stopped bringing up money, stopped mentioning her knees, her loneliness after church, her anger at her son, her questions about dying. She became pleasant. And one day she told me, "I feel like I have to leave half of myself in the car before I go see him." Well, then, what is that? That is not companionship. That is not intimacy. That is emotional costume jewelry, cheap, shiny, and not built to last. If a relationship requires you to be permanently easy, then it is not love. It is management. And at this age, you are too grown to be managed. Peace is not loneliness. Number 4, your energy is precious now. Do not hand it over like it renews itself by magic. When you are younger, you can recover from bad nights faster, recover from stress faster, recover from disappointment faster. But after 60, everything lands deeper. A draining conversation can sit in your body for 2 days. A late-night argument can ruin your sleep, your appetite, your blood pressure, your patience. I knew Denise, 68, from Richmond. Met a man online. He was charming at first. Always said, "You're the only one who understands me." That sounds flattering, doesn't it, for about 3 weeks. Then it became nightly calls, long, circular, exhausting calls, about his ex-wife, about his grown daughter who disrespected him, about his medication, about how lonely he was, about why nobody appreciated him. She started keeping her phone on the kitchen counter and staring at it like it was a rattlesnake. That is when you know. That is when you know. When a man's name on your screen makes your shoulders tighten before you even answer. I asked her, "How do you feel after you talk to him?" She said, "Used, not loved." Used. Because some men do not want partnership. They want relief, and they will plug themselves into your kindness like it is a wall socket. You are not a wall socket. You are not a nurse without pay. You are not an emotional emergency room for a grown man who never learned to carry his own mind. Energy matters now. Rest matters now. Safety matters now. Any relationship that regularly leaves you heavier than before is too expensive. I do not care how sweet he sounds on Sunday afternoon. Number 3, a boyfriend can interrupt the very season that was supposed to belong to you. This one makes me angry, I admit it, because so many women finally reach this age and begin, for the first time, to ask themselves honest questions. What do I like? What do I believe? What do I want my days to feel like? Not my husband's days, not my children's days, mine. That is sacred work. Do you understand me? Sacred work. Then along comes a man who is impressed by you, as long as you stay convenient. I knew a retired teacher named Lorraine. After her divorce, she started taking painting classes on Thursdays. She joined a walking group, went alone to Santa Fe for 6 days with a notebook and a blue scarf, and came back looking 15 years younger. Not in the face. No, deeper than that. In the eyes. Alive in the eyes. Then she met a man who liked her very much, until her life stopped revolving around his comfort. He would pout when she had plans, sulking. 74 years old and sulking. He would say things like, "You're always so busy now, and you used to be more relaxed." No, she was not more relaxed before. She was more available. That is different. Some men call your growth selfish because they benefited from your self-erasure. Let me say that again. Some men call your growth selfish because they benefited from your self-erasure. Do not miss that. A woman can spend 40 years becoming everybody's dependable place to land. And the minute she starts belonging to herself, somebody will accuse her of changing. Good. Change, change again. Change so much that the wrong man gets uncomfortable in your presence. That is not failure. That is discernment. Peace is not loneliness. Number 2, the cost is almost never just emotional. It becomes practical very fast, financial, physical, domestic, time-related. Women underestimate this all the time because the story starts small. He forgot his wallet. His lease ended unexpectedly. His pension is delayed. His car is in the shop. He just needs a little help for now. For now. There are women watching this who know exactly what I mean. A woman in my church, Gloria, let a man stay for a week after he had an issue with his apartment. That week turned into 8 months. 8 months of higher groceries, higher electric bills, his pill bottles on her bathroom counter, his snoring, his opinions, his clutter on her dining chair. And every time she tried to bring up a deadline, he would act wounded, as though her wanting her own house back was cruelty. That is another trap. A man turns your boundaries into a moral accusation. Suddenly, you are the cold one, the difficult one, the selfish one. No, you are the bill payer. You are the one whose routines are being bulldozed. You are the one lying awake at 1:17 in the morning, listening to a stranger cough in the guest room and wondering how your life got invaded so quietly. You did not survive all these years to become a retirement plan for an underprepared man. You did not build your peace just to finance somebody else's confusion. And even if he never moves in, there are other costs. Driving when you are tired because he wants company. Eating badly because he loves late dinners. Skipping your exercise, your reading, your group, your prayer time, your early bedtime. The world acts like that is compromise. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it is slow theft. At this age, slow theft is still theft. Number 1, this is the deepest truth of all. Many women do not want the man. They want rescue from the fear of being alone. Ah, there it is. That is the wound. That is the hook in the mouth. Not love, fear. Fear of the empty chair. Fear of weekends. Fear of watching other women be chosen while you go home alone. Fear that if no man wants you, maybe your life has become less valuable. That fear has led women into some of the saddest arrangements I have ever seen. Not love stories, arrangements, crumbs dressed up as hope, a call when he is bored, a visit when he is lonely, affection with one foot out the door, just enough attention to keep the woman waiting, not enough respect to let her relax. I knew a widow named June, married 38 years, good marriage too, not perfect, but real. After her husband died, the silence in the house terrified her. The refrigerator hummed too loudly. The hallway felt too long after dark. So when a man started texting her every morning, she treated it like water in the desert. Never mind that he disappeared for days. Never mind that he said he wasn't into labels. Never mind that he only seemed tender when he needed something. She told me, at least I'm not alone. And I asked her, are you sure? Because there is a kind of loneliness that is worse than an empty house. It is being unseen in company. It is being half-loved on a full-time basis. It is sitting beside someone and feeling your spirit go quiet so you do not ask for too much. The kind of loneliness is deadly. Deadly. Peace is not loneliness. Please hear me. Peace is not loneliness. A calm evening with your tea, your own lamp, your own book, your own schedule, your own blanket over your knees. That is not failure. That is not evidence you are not chosen. That may be the first honest life you have ever had. And if a man cannot add to that life without disturbing its center, then he is not a blessing. He is an interruption. Now, I am not telling you to swear off love. No. If a good man appears, truly good, not merely needy in a clean shirt, then look carefully. Does he respect your boundaries? Does he keep his word? Does he carry his own emotional weight? Does he support your growth instead of resenting it? Does your nervous system settle around him or brace? That last question matters more than chemistry. Your body often knows before your mind admits it. Do you soften around him, or do you monitor yourself around him? Do you feel safe, or do you feel responsible? Big difference, huge difference. So here is the truth pulled together. Number 5, performance is not love. Number 4, your energy is too precious to waste. Number 3, your later years are supposed to belong to your own becoming. Number 2, the cost is practical as well as emotional. And number 1, fear of loneliness will make a woman call crumbs a meal if she is not careful. Here is what I want you to do after this video. Sit down somewhere quiet. No television, no phone in your hand, no pretending. And ask yourself this: if I truly believed my life was already whole, what would I stop tolerating? Would you stop answering late-night draining calls? Would you stop financing confusion? Would you stop dressing up anxiety and calling it companionship? Would you stop waiting for a man to validate a life that is already sacred? You have given enough. You have explained enough. You have mothered enough. You have carried enough. From this point on, any relationship should bring steadiness, not chaos. Warmth, not work. Depth, not performance. And if that does not arrive, then let me say this with all the force I have left in me. You are still complete, still feminine, still desirable, still deeply worthy of tenderness, still lovable without auditioning for it. Peace is not loneliness. Say it with me. Peace is not loneliness. And the day you finally believe that, that is the day nobody can use your fear against you again. If this spoke to something real in you, write this in the comments. I choose peace first. That sentence might change more than you know.